Hi everyone, I'm back. So I thought I'd go through this with you today. So this is one of the drawers from one of my plastic drawer units, you know, the ones with all different coloured drawers. Now this is supposedly all vintage Sindy clothes. So I thought it'd be quite interesting, while I'm sorting through it, to go through it with you. So let's start off and see what we can find. So the first thing I've found, I'm going to actually put it up a bit higher because otherwise I haven't got enough room to what I want to do. I'm going to pop it up there. Right, that's better. My doll room's fairly tidy, but it's a little bit messy. Right, so first thing I found are two of these original vintage Sindy tutus, and they're both in the lilac shade. So this one needs, they've got metal poppers, which means they are the older ones, probably 1970s. This one needs the other side of the popper doing. So I'm going to put that in my sewing pile. This one has got the popper, but it's actually got a bit of a mark on it. I don't know whether I would wash this even on a delicate wash because it's old. And sometimes when you wash old things, they literally disintegrate. But that's what they are anyway. They're from the ballet outfits of Sindy. So the other thing I've got is this. Now this I think is 1980s. This is also Sindy. So this has got the plastic popper on, which is when you realise it is younger. It's got both plastic poppers on it. So this came with a matching skirt. I have a feeling I haven't got the matching skirt, so I need to try and get that. Right, what's this? So this came in a bundle, and this is basically a dressing gown, or a house coat is another name for it. And it's Fairy Glen. And I know it's Fairy Glen because it's got the label in it. Now, Fairy Glen was a cheaper option for buying dolls' clothes. Rather than buying the original Sindy clothes, you could buy Fairy Glen clothes. And they are, I often think Fairy Glen clothes, when you look at them, they look handmade. But I mean, yeah, it's vintage. It's probably 1970s. And as I say, it has got the label in it. None of my Sindys have ever actually worn it. I've never even tried it on a Sindy, actually. So maybe that's to go in the pile to maybe get one of my Sindys to wear. I mean, this sort of pattern, when I was young, in the 1970s, everyone had these bright colours. So you would have this on your wallpaper, for example. It was very, very, very bright. So this is, I can't remember what it's called, but this is also vintage Sindy. So this has got metal poppers on it that looks like they've been sewn back on by someone. But this is vintage Sindy. I think it might be called Highland Fling. And I have had that on a vintage Sindy doll before. It's lovely red, isn't it? But I haven't had it on a vintage Sindy doll for a while. Now, this is a nurse's dress. It has got metal poppers. I don't know whether that is vintage Sindy or not, but it is vintage. It hasn't got a label in it. But I've got a couple of these, and they do fit Sindy really well. Right, so this, I've got a few of these. This is when I got my original 1973 mini Fun Time doll. I bought it with my birthday money when I was 7. This is what Fun Time Sindy came in. She came in this swimming costume. So I've got this, I think, 3 times. And this one's got a bit of a stain on the back. I don't know whether it's worth me trying to maybe wash some of these bits on a delicate cycle or not. Right, so this is from the 1960s, and this is a little nightwear set. I think it came with something else. It's very short, but it is Sindy. It hasn't got a Sindy label in it, but it definitely is Sindy, and I know it's 1960s. it looks like there is a popper. Is there a popper missing, or is there only one? Oh no, there's only one. No, because that isn't right, is it? Yeah, I think there's probably a popper missing. I've got some poppers. I might be able to sort that out. Yeah, it needs to go. There needs to be a popper higher up, doesn't there? Yeah. Can't remember what that is called, but that is 1960s. Right, what else have we got in here? I want to try and match some things up. So this blue jacket, this is 1980s, and these were called the Sindy separates. They had green checked things, and then they had these blue things, and this is like a jacket, and I do think I've got the skirt that goes with it. A Sindy might well be wearing it. Now this, I don't know whether this is homemade. It came in a bundle. I kept it because it is so obviously vintage. I don't know. I mean, it is Sindy size. I've kept it because it is nice. It's got little pearl buttons on it. It does look a little bit homemade to me, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Right, so now we have a pair of red Sindy trousers. Now, I've probably got about 3 pairs of these, and I think a couple of Sindys are already wearing them. And again, they were, you could buy them on their own, I think, or they might have been with some outfits as well. These go really well with the little white t-shirt with Sindy written on in red. That's what I've got one of my Sindy dolls wearing. But these have also got a metal popper, so that means they are older. But yeah, I've got about 3 pairs of these red trousers. When you buy bundles of clothes, you do end up with a lot of things the same. Now that, I have got the skirt. Now this is definitely 1980s. So the poppers are plastic, and this came as a set, a 2-piece set. The top of, did I say the poppers are elastic? I meant to say the poppers are plastic. The elastic in the skirt is a little bit loose, but it's okay. I don't think I've ever put that on a Sindy doll, actually. But yeah, that's the set from 1980s, and they did come together. So you can see that's a bit more modern, isn't it? I mean, not modern really in the great scheme of things, but more modern than a lot of stuff that I've got here. I've got a pair of tights here, so they would be for the ballerinas to wear. They're not the holy ones. They're the oh, I see why I'm not using them. They've got a hole in them. That, yeah, they've got a bit of hole in them, so that's probably why I'm not using them. And I think they would be quite difficult to mend. So we've got a nice t-shirt here that I do recognise, but it's got a tear in it. So that also needs mending. So I'll put that in my little mending pile. Oh, here's the skirt that goes with the jacket. So that's the skirt that goes with the jacket, yeah. That looks like it's got a label on it. Hang on a minute, this might have Sindy written on it. Some of the Sindy stuff does and some doesn't. It looks like it has at one time had a label. It doesn't look like you can quite read it. It's sort of like, yeah, looks like it has had a Sindy label in it, but you can't read it anymore. But that is the matching skirt to the jacket. In fact, that would make a nice outfit, wouldn't it? If you put that little blouse underneath, that would make a nice outfit, wouldn't it? As I haven't got the skirt to match the blouse. Now these are original, and these, I had this in red and in orange, and these were mine when I was a little girl. So where they came from, I'm not sure. They are done up with Velcro, which is surprising considering how old they are. I mean, I think they're from, I mean, I had these when I was little. Unless they're not, and I've since rebought them. I did have these. I had a red one and I had an orange one when I was little. So this was a skirt that I got temporarily for, it's a lovely skirt. I got this temporarily for my space fantasy Sindy, because I couldn't get the original skirt. I got this skirt, which is satin. And I've ended up with, I mean, it's a lovely skirt, but that's not vintage, and it's done up with Velcro as well. Right, so next I've got a lovely little apron. And that would have, I think, would have come with one of the, I don't know what they were called. You had a wash day set, didn't you? And things like that, where you got an ironing board and things in. And quite often in the set as well, you got an apron. So there's this apron, and there's also a different apron as well that you can get. All right, what else have I got in here? Dig deep, dig deep. Ah, so this is a horse riding Sindy sweatshirt. And it's actually got Sindy written on it and a little horse. So that's 1980s. It might even be 1990s, that one. So the poppers are plastic. And it has got Sindy in it, in red. Yeah. So that's actually really nice, isn't it? So that's a horse riding sweatshirt. That's really cute. And I've actually got that twice. I didn't even realise that. So I've got that twice. And then has this one also got, and this one has also got the Sindy label in it. I mean, I could, if I could be bothered, sell the doubles, couldn't I? Or I could match up a couple of my Sindys wearing the same, couldn't I? That would be quite cute. This skirt, now this could also come in a bundle. For ages, I don't know why, but I thought this was handmade, but it isn't. It's vintage Sindy. I think it's from the 1970s because I have looked it up. It's very old, and it's like a sort of really soft check skirt. But for ages, I don't know why, I didn't recognise it as Sindy, and I thought maybe it was homemade. So that's got a metal popper on it. That's really nice. That's really old, that one. What else have we got in here? Right, so, oh, hang on a minute. I've got that twice as well. Look at that. So this skirt with the top, I've got two of those as well. It's another double. You do end up with doubles when you buy bundles. But buying bundles is the easiest way to get a collection of Sindy clothes. So this has also got a Sindy label in it, and this is also horse related. It's like a little gilet with a horse on it. I suppose you could put it over that, couldn't you? Didn't even know I had that. So this is the other dress that was with the red one. Oh, they're Fairy Glen. Oh, they are old then. Yeah. Yeah, they're Fairy Glen, because this one's got Fairy Glen in it. Has that one not got Fairy? No, that one hasn't got Fairy Glen in it. So they're pretty much the same, but I think that one might have lost its belt, or maybe that one never had a belt. But I'm pretty sure they were mine when I was young. So they're Fairy Glen. They might have been handed down to me because my sister, my older sister, she was 4.5 years older than me. Well, almost 4.5 years older. She had a Tressie doll, and that was obviously handed down to me. Right, so this is nice. This is, a lot of Sindy collectors will recognise this. This needs an iron, but it's a coat, and it's also got a hole in it. So that needs to go in my sewing pile, doesn't it? So this come with a matching outfit as well, but I've only got the coat. It's got its belt and everything, look. Has that got Sindy in it? No. No, that can go in my sewing pile. I haven't had a look in here for so long. Another pair of red trousers, but from another era, I think, because they're different material and they've got a plastic popper. But yeah, there's always a lot of red trousers with Sindy. So now we've got some jodhpurs that look like they will go with the sweatshirts. They haven't got a label in, but they're definitely Sindy. So they will go with one of those sweatshirts, won't they? Really well. So here's some white Sindy trousers. Now they're older because they've got a metal popper on, and they've got a white stripe down them, and I have got a second pair of them, and one of my Cindy's is in fact wearing them. Now this outfit is later Sindy, I think. Yeah, and I think it goes with that, I think. Yeah, I think this is 1980s. This is the style, isn't it, that we used to wear in the 1980s. I was a teenager in the 1980s. So let's put this under here. I'm pretty sure it does go under here. I like dungarees. I used to wear nothing but dungarees when I was a teenager. That's all I used to wear. I loved them. I had all sorts of ones. So let's just put that underneath. Oh, it has done up. I didn't think it had done up then. Oh, right, okay. So that also needs to go in my sewing pile because that's actually, that popper needs sewing back on. But yeah, that's a later outfit. So what else have we got in here? There's so much in here, literally. Now this is nice, and I do think I have the matching skirt for it, and this has got metal poppers, so this makes me think that is probably older. Again, there's no Sindy label in it, but I do recognise it. That's sweet. That comes with the matching skirt. And I do think I do have the matching skirt. So we've got another horse riding related sweatshirt here. I mean, you can tell they're from the same time because they're very similar, aren't they? I actually prefer the red one. The red one's nice. Yeah. Right, so I've got this twice as well. This is Sindy's night dress. It's like a fleecy one. And the other one of my Cindy's is wearing, I think. That hasn't got a label in it either. That's quite old. That's got a metal popper on it. I think that might be... Oh, it's got a stain on it, look. That might be 1960s, that one. Right, so what else have we got in here? Oh, there's the other one. Look, I knew I had it twice. There's the other one. Haven't got it on a Sindy doll. There's no label on that, so I've got that twice. I've got a few doubles, haven't I? So that one is a brighter blue, so I feel like it's in better condition. This one is faded, isn't it? But yeah, got that night dress twice. You do end up getting things twice. So this is a nice little t-shirt. It's got plastic poppers, so that's a bit later, probably 1980s. That's sort of like a separate t-shirt. That would also go nice with this outfit, wouldn't it? You could put that underneath the skirt and jacket, and that would go nice, wouldn't it? Oh, look, another pair of the trousers. So maybe I haven't got the other pair on a Sindy. Maybe I've got them here. So yeah, 2 pairs of white trousers with the red stripe. Doubling up quite a lot, aren't I? More than I thought. I'm just going through what's in here. I think there's stuff in here that isn't vintage Sindy. They're not, that's for sure. Who do they belong to? But they're not vintage in any stretch of the imagination. So I have got the 1960s duffel coat, but it's not in good condition, and it's got a toggle missing. It's not much good with the toggle missing, is it? But it is. It's made of brown felt. See if that's got a label in it. And that is 1960s. Yes, it's got a label in it. So the really old Sindy items from 1960s are written in black. Then you've got the slightly newer written in red, and then you've got the even newer ones, the Sindy's written in green. Right, so this is Sindy as well, and I've got 2 of these, and these are also night dresses. They've got metal poppers, so I think they're quite old, but I don't think they're as old as that blue one. So let's see if they've got anything in them. I don't know how they made up their mind whether to put labels in or not. Or maybe a lot of them did have labels in and the labels have come out. Because there's no rhyme or reason as to why some items have got labels in and some haven't. I'm doubling up a lot, aren't I? Nice though, aren't they? They're in good condition, they are, both of them. Right, so this is matching. And I think this is a dress, but the top of it has lost its elastic, so it doesn't stay on. And then it's got a matching, I mean, it looks like nightwear, doesn't it? I don't know whether it is or not. It is definitely vintage Sindy, I recognise it, but it looks like nightwear, doesn't it? And I don't see why you'd have a strapless nightdress, really. Doesn't really make much sense, does it? Oh, there we go. So that's from the original horse riding set, and that'd be the 1960s, and that has got Sindy written in black in it. Yeah, that's the original horse riding set, that is. It's nice. I think I've got a couple of those. Yeah, that's really old. I mean, if you think how old some of these are, it's unbelievable, really, isn't it? Yeah, I've got the same one again, look. Exactly the same. That one's slightly better condition because the poppers are whiter, aren't they? You could actually put Tipp-Ex or something on those poppers if you wanted to. I think I'd probably be frightened to, because I'd be frightened to get it on the actual material as well. So yeah, they're from the horse riding outfit. So what else have we got in here? We're digging deep now. We are digging deep. Oh God, more red trousers. The red trousers were so common. So we've got another couple of pairs of red trousers there. I think that's 4 pairs we've got, plus the fact I've got a Sindy wearing red trousers, so that's 5 pairs. Ah, here's another pair of the ballerina tights. The elastic is still in them. They're the thick tights, they're not the ones with the holes in. The ballerinas wore these, and they also wore the tights with the holes in. So this is a later set. This is 1980s. I can't remember what it was called, but it came with a little bra top as well. That's just a little slip. It's pretty. It was like a lingerie set. What else have we got in here? I need to sort this out because there's stuff in here that shouldn't be in here. This was from a bundle, and I'm none too sure as to whether that might be homemade. It has got metal poppers, really little dainty metal poppers. Hasn't got a label in it. I do like it. It's in good condition, but I don't recognise it. It is vintage, but I don't recognise it as Fairy Glen or as Sindy. But it is nice, isn't it? See, I think patch would look nice in that. It would be long on patch, but I think it would look nice on her. I've got a few patches. Quite a few patches I've got. And here's another little slip similar to that other one. And again, I think that's 1980s. And I think that come with a little bra at top as well. But I haven't got them, unfortunately. A lot of these sets are missing things. Now this, I think early 1990s, you could collect and get a free Sindy doll from Weetabix. Yeah. And I haven't got the Sindy doll, but that is what she came wearing. The free doll came wearing that. So that's a later item. Right, so I've got 2 of these, and the one that isn't as creased as this, one of my Sindys is wearing. It looks like it's got a bit of a split in it as well. So this is from the 1960s, and this is a dog tooth cape. See, I would have thought that would have had a label in it, but I can't see one. But yeah, I mean, that's quite iconic. A lot of Sindy collectors will recognise that. Right, so that skirt that I showed you that I thought for a long time was actually homemade, and I then found out it was actually vintage Sindy. What have I done with it? Let's see if I can find it. I've now found, here it is. It came with this matching jacket. Well, it's a shirt. Yeah, it's a shirt. I still think they look homemade, but I know they aren't because I've seen them. Yeah, it comes with a matching jacket, so that's nice. That hasn't got a label in it, has it? No. It's very hard to recognise all of the Sindy outfits. It's taken me years to recognise just the majority of them. To recognise all of them would take a long time. Right, so we've got some Sindy navy tights. I think they came with a cream jumper dress, and that I have got. I don't know where it is, but I have got it. But the navy tights came with that. Then we've got a navy skirt, which again has got a metal popper that is nice. Put a little top with that. I mean, these are all clothes that I'm not using. So this was something I wanted for so long. It doesn't age well because it's made out of sort of plastic. It hasn't aged well. I've tried to mend it and it's just sort of cracked open. But this was, I don't know, it was called like, yeah, look, it's got a big hole in it and you can't sew it back together because it's brittle. But it's just one of the outfits I really, really wanted. I think it's because I remembered it from when I was young and I wanted it then. I think it's called Rainy Days outfit or something, but it's basically a pink MAC. Yeah, I really like that. What else have we got in here? Coming across stuff that is not Sindy. So this is Fairy Glen. This is a bridesmaid's dress. Or is it a wedding dress? No, it's a wedding dress. So I got this off eBay. The bridesmaid's dress is Fairy Glen, so I'm assuming this is as well. And this is the bride's dress. The bridesmaid's dress is actually on one of my Sindys. It's so beautiful. And this is the bride's dress. It's lovely, isn't it? It's almost like a sort of silk material. It's beautiful. It hasn't got Fairy Glen in it. But I'm pretty sure it is Fairy Glen just because it came with the Fairy Glen bridesmaid's dress. So I'm pretty sure it is. So this goes with the original horse rider outfit. This shirt came with this, and as you can see, this has got the black Sindy made in Hong Kong on it, so that goes over the shirt. Needs an iron, that does, but that's 1960s as well, so that's also really old. Here's the other apron that I was talking about. So this is, we had the red apron, didn't we? And this is the yellow one. So there's two different aprons you can get. And as I say, they often come with the sets that you get, sort of, you know, a wash day set, that sort of thing, or a cleaning set. Things along those lines, basically. So this is nice, but I haven't got the other part of it. A dress come underneath this. This was a outfit and it had a dress underneath it, which I haven't got, which is a shame, but it's in really good condition and it's beautiful. Yeah, that's vintage Sindy. That's 60s or 70s. What else have we got in here? There's a lot of stuff in here that shouldn't be in here. So I do need to have a bit of a sort out. So I've got some jodhpurs here. They have got a metal button on, so the material makes me think they're not really, really old. I don't think they're 1960s because they're shiny. But they are obviously they're jodhpurs for a horse riding outfit. That's what they are. So this is also 1960s. This is a little red. It's a little red top. It's made of felt. It's in really, really good condition. Amazing condition considering how old it is. I'm not sure what it was worn with, but yeah, a lot of people will have that as well. I mean, look at that. The white on the poppers is still there, so that's definitely 1960s. Lovely, isn't it? I need to get my Sindy dolls out and I need to redress them and get back into looking at my clothes and redressing them. because some of the stuff, I think, has been in here too long. There's a little headscarf there. So I think there's a skirt and a blouse that goes with that. That's vintage Sindy. Some more jodhpurs there. I still don't think they're 1960s. I'm not sure. I mean, they have got a metal popper. I'm not sure. I mean, yeah. Yeah, they're like those ones, aren't they? Not quite sure how old they are. I think I might be coming to the ends now. Now that's one of the separates as well. That's a little yellow, silky sort of jumper. I think that was 1980s, that one. That would look nice with the red trousers, wouldn't it? And it would also go with the yellow trainers. So while I'm at it, let's just put some of this back. I'll show you, for anyone who's interested, I'll show you some of Sindy's shoes. Now, I keep Sindy's shoes. This is turning into quite a long video, isn't it? Still, it's a nice way to spend a Saturday evening, isn't it? So I keep Sindy's shoes in here. And let's show them to you. So I keep them in colours. So these are the white ones. So you can get the Sindy ballerina shoes in white, and they do up the leg, as you can see. So I've got quite a few pairs of those. They're quite common. You also get them quite a lot with the straps missing. But they are very common. These are also quite common. So these are the Sindy mules. And you have your toes out. They're quite common in white. These just slip off Sindy's feet. I don't know why they made them like they did, but they don't stay on Sindy's feet, but they are original vintage Sindy. And then you have the closed-in toe mules. So I've got numerous pairs of all of these. These are for Sindy's boyfriend Paul. They're vintage. Yeah, some just little... So they're all the white ones that I've got in there. So let's put them away. What have we got next? We've got cream next. So I'm quite organised with my shoe. I mean, obviously, a lot of the shoes are being worn. So in here, we've got one brown boot. And we've got a boot missing. I keep hold of things like that because you never know. You might get another one. So in here, we have one brown shoe. Now, that's a very common shoe. They made them in all different colours, in white, reds, blue. But brown wasn't as common, so that's why I've kept the one brown one in case I get another one. So these are the Sindy slippers. Again, I've got odd ones here. Although, oh no, there's a pair there. These are vintage Sindy slippers. So they're the same as the mules. They just stick fur on them, basically. Yeah, Sindy slippers. I've got an odd pink Sindy shoe. So I have got a pair of these shoes, but I've got a doll wearing them. So these are like the shoes with heels on. They're less common and more hard to get hold of, but I have got a pair of them. But again, I keep hold of the ones. You never know when you might get another one. These are awful for staying on their feet. So these are pale pink. And they're terrible for staying on their feet. They're pretty useless, to be honest. If they've got hard feet, the shoes stay on better. The ones with the soft feet, they fall off. So they're pale pink. And then the thatch brown shoe, as you can see, also comes in cream. Yeah. Comes in all different colours, that shoe. And then that pale pink one I've also got in cream. And Sindy shoes as well. So we've got the mules, white mules again, so they should be in with the white ones. And then we've also got the same mules in cream. So you get a lot of things the same. So the slippers, I've got an odd one like that and I've got an odd one like that. So one's a mule and one isn't. So again, they just literally use the same shoe and they just stick fur on it. I mean, all these are very old. And some of them have got Sindy written on the bottom, like that one has. Yeah, that's got Sindy written on the bottom. Not all of them have, but some of them have. So let's put those away. As I say, a lot of the pairs I have got on my dolls. I've got some quite rare pairs on my dolls, but I just thought I'd show you what's in here. These are the more common ones. So these are red. So this is a different one. They've got like faux tassels on them. These also come in a lot of different colours, but are very common in red. And again, they don't stay on their feet. Then there's these ones in red that are nice. And when you look at them, you're very hopeful, thinking, oh yeah, they're going to stay on their feet, and they don't. Most of them, it's because they're a bit big. I don't know who designed these Sindy shoes, but they just don't stay on. But they're quite nice, aren't they? They're like loafers. And then, obviously, you did get red in those. I've only got an odd one there, but I've got a lot of other pairs of them, and my Sindys are wearing them. Yeah. So they're the red ones. So we're moving on to the blue. So they did royal blue. There's the mules in royal blue with the toes out. And then they also did them with the toes in, but I haven't got them. But here's that one in royal blue. I haven't got the other one. And then the other colour they did was pale blue. So these are the same as those pale pink ones. And what other colour did I have them in? Cream, didn't I? They also come in pale blue. They don't stay on their feet at all. Now this is a nice one. It has got Sindy on the bottom, but it's an odd one. But these with the little bow on the front do stay on their feet a lot better. But I've only got one. So they're my blues. I bought shoes off eBay for years. Right, so yellow, I would say, is probably the most common colour. It's probably the most common colour and look. Oh, one's gone down the radiator. Never mind. Yellow trainers. So you can get trainers in pink. I've got them in every colour going. But the most common trainer you will get are the yellow ones. Now the trainers do stay on their feet. So the trainers are good. You can get white, yellow, pink. What other colour? Yeah, white, yellow, pink. Yeah, they don't do them in red. Oh, they do them in pale blue. So I've got them in pink, pale pink. They're on one of my Sindys. And I've got white ones as well. But these are all yellow ones. And they're all the same. They do vary. So that's all yellow trainers in there. And they do vary in colour slightly. So you need to match them up. But yeah, the yellow trainers are really easy to get hold of. I mean, I'd still advise getting them because they do stay on their feet. So we've got some more yellow shoes here. So these are the shoes with the tassels on in yellow. The same ones that were in red. And then, are they all the same? Yeah, they're all yellow tassel shoes. So yellow is quite a common colour for shoes. How many pairs have I got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs, all the same, like that. And they don't stay on their feet very well either. Someone did actually put a tip on one of my previous videos telling me to put a bit of blue tack in there. I need to do that. I've got blue tack here. I've just remembered that. So the other ones here, I think, are Barbie shoes, or they're Sindy Playline. So they're the Playline dolls from Argos. They're their shoes. Yeah, the other ones aren't Sindy. So I don't really need to show you them. So let me just show you the Playline ones. They're the Playline ballet shoes. I love them. They're so easy to put on. Sindy Playline dolls were in Argos a couple of years ago now. I've got the Sindy Playhouse as well. And their shoes are lovely and they stay on their feet beautifully. They're so nicely made. There's a little pink pair with a bow on. Love them. Some little white ones. They fit on their feet beautifully. Little purple pair there. They're lovely shoes. Really really well made and they stay on their feet so well. I love the Playline dolls. And there's a different colour pink pair there. Look, I've got 2 different colour. They're lovely. Really nice. Little blue pair of trainers there. And then lilac. Lilac trainers. And then that's the other. So these little ballerina shoes that made for the Playline dolls, they actually fit on Patch, Cindy's little sister Patch. So you can mix and match with these shoes, vintage with the new ones. But yeah, so I've got my Playline shoes all together. And as I say, the other drawers have got Barbie shoes in. Let's put those white ones in there. But yeah, it's quite nice. I think I got that from the range. It's quite a nice little handy... I've broken the corner off it. I think I must have dropped it. Quite a nice little handy shoe storage, isn't it, that one? Anyway, I've gone on far too long. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again soon. Bye.